Right, guys. Now, today we're looking at how to find the markets on the MT4 platform and how to save template. Okay. And along with that, I'm going to be talking about, right, how you go about finding your market. For example, the currency pairs, the indices, the commodities, the metal, the cryptocurrency, and the stocks. Okay. And then how we can actually save these templates and reduce, your workload and so on. So let's jump onto the chart now. Say for example, you've got this chart, it's on most MT4, the first time you log into them, they're gonna have like pre-populated templates. If you right click on the chart and then you look at, you'll see different templates, for, and so on. So you're gonna see the templates on. But say we don't want any of these, you can do it two ways. You can right click on these windows and click on delete indicator window, right click on the different delete indicator window, okay, or we could go into indicator list and then from here delete, 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 delete. So what we've got now is we've only got the prices, the candlestick. Okay, so we've only got the candlesticks. Okay, we can also either have this what we call bar chart, this is what we call candlestick chart, and this is what we call line chart. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm now going to change this to the candlestick chart, but using the colors of my choice. So I'm now, the next step now, I'm going to right click onto this, and I'm going to go down to properties. Okay, so right click on the chart, go down to properties. Okay, guys, you can always pause it, the video and so on. So right click on the chart, go on to properties. When you're onto properties now, I prefer to leave my background black because when it's white or any other color it's just too bright for my eyes. So I prefer to leave it black. I leave my foreground, right, white, and my on my grid gray. But then my bar up, meaning that the market is going up, I put that green. My bar down, I put that red. And my bull, because if you notice bull, they go down then up to want, if it's a bullfight, the bull then and he digs down because he wants to get someone up into the air. So the bull candle is going to be green. And our bear, if you notice, bear, they've got their claws and they want to claw you in the head. They jump up in the air and then they want to hit you in the head. So going down. So my bear candle is down. So that one is going to be red. I tend to take my line graph. I tend to put my line graph probably blue. I tend to make my volume probably blue. I like the color blue anyway. And then my S line, I probably put that blue as well. Yeah, and then my stop level I tend to put no, sorry, my S line I put that white, sorry, and my stop level I leave that as red. Okay, now I don't like these grid lines on, so you can go into common and uncheck show periods and check uncheck show grid. I don't like those on. So that's now my only my candlesticks now on the chart. Now, to make sure that I've got this every time, I'm going to make, so that I don't, every time I pull one of these off and I'm looking at a chart, because I don't want any indicators, because I'm going to be starting with a blank chart. So I'm going to right click on the chart, then go to template, save template. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call this blank template. Okay. So blank template, blank, I'm just gonna call this blank template, yeah. So blank template, meaning empty template, whatever you want to call it, but that one is blank. So basically, like if I look at this one now, yeah, and I don't want any of these things, I right click on the chart, go on to template, go for blank template, and then it's done. I don't have to do that ever again. Okay. You go to another chart, yeah, with all these indicators on it. I don't want any indicator at all. Remember, guys, what I said, how you go about deleting indicator, you can either press right click on there, delete windows, right click on there, delete windows, Right click on these indicators if you don't want them, delete. But then we don't have to do that. We just right click on the chart, go into blank template, and it's gone. Same thing here. We don't have to be doing them individually. Alright, or if we want to find the indicator list, we click on that, we can delete them like that. But that's going to waste time. Just right click, go into template, go into blank template, it's all gone. So you've got your template ready. Okay, guys. Now, so this is what we've done so far. Let's look at what we've done so far. So we haven't looked at the market, but we've saved the template, okay, and we've shown where we can reduce our workload there. But in terms of and now I'm going to show you how we can find the different currency pairs. Okay, let's look at how we find the different currency pairs now. So this here is called a market watch. Okay, guys, if we want to close the market watch, you click on this bit here with this area, give it a market watch. Also, this one gives you the terminal. Now the terminal will tell you, look, I'm in some trades here. Now the terminal here, these are some trades. These trades are 10 pence per point. Yeah, look, it's up 33 pounds. Yeah, one trade is 34 pounds. One trade is 19 pounds, and these are 10 pence per point. I've got some other trades here as well. Okay, now guys, so this is a terminal, but this one is like what's my exposure, my account history, my alerts, my news, all the news that's coming in. You can get the news through the MT4. Your alerts, if you've got alerts, you can have the different indicator stuff that you can get. You can get signal, you can get codes and all sorts, right? Yeah, so you can get all sorts, but I don't use any of those. All I want to see is a trade button. Okay? All I want to see is the trade button. Okay? Right, guys, so the only bit I'm interested in is the trade section. So to close that, you click on that, or you can click on this, which, yeah, this one is what we call the terminal. This one is where you get the navigation, where you can get all of your indicators and so on, right? This one is where we get our market watch, and that's key. So for me, the main important bit is your market watch, your indicators when you start using indicator, the terminal, but only bit the trade. Now you can click on either. You can either close it from there, or you can click on there. This is where you're gonna see your trade, see if you're in profit or loss. See, this is what you call your stop loss, your target price, the price that you got in at. But key, make sure even if you put a trade on, guys, you look to see if you put your stop loss. And especially for rookies, make sure you put your stop loss on. Just make sure you put a stop loss on. Okay, guys. You see commission there. That's if you put a commission. If you have to pay commission, you have the swap. That's just in terms of exchange rate. If one currency against another, if say the Canadian interest rate in terms of the bank interest rate is greater than the Swiss franc, so therefore you get a positive if you buy. If you sell, if I buy the euro versus the New Zealand, or the euro interest rate, current interest rate, I think it's flat 0, whereas the New Zealand is higher, so therefore the swap is in a negative rate. Okay, so anyway, that's not what we're on about here. We're on about just learning about the chart and how we can get our templates on, and how we can find our different markets that would like to trade. Now let's look now, for example, if I wanted to put, say, the euro Swiss franc, right, on a chart window for the euro Swiss franc, I right click on the euro Swiss franc. There it is. Okay, so that's the euro Swiss franc, right? I'm currently in a trade with the euro Swiss franc. Let's try another chart window. Let's chart window for that one. Yeah, okay, that one is fine. So basically, that's on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, okay, that's the daily chart, that's a weekly chart, and a monthly chart. That's the 1-minute chart, the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, the 30-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, the 4-hour chart, the daily chart, the weekly chart, the monthly chart. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend any trading, unless you're going to be doing day trading, any end of day trading less than the 4-hour chart. Most of my success over the years has come from the daily and above. Okay, so those are the charts that I'm gonna, I preset. So now I'm on the monthly chart with the USD Jappy. So if I go on to template, then go on to blank chart, I've got this blank chart ready. Okay, let's make it a bit smaller. This one I can either zoom in into the chart, make it bigger yet, or I can zoom out to the chart, make it smaller. Yep. Okay. Right. And then also I can get what we call this here. This is what we call line chart. This is what we call a candlestick chart, and this is what we call a bar chart. So which is the same thing, even on the bar chart. Let's make it a bit bigger so I can show you something here. If you notice this bar is green, so therefore this was the open, that was the close. That's the reason why this one is green. Look at this one now. That one is the open, that one is a close. That's the reason why this one is red. This is the highest point, this is the lowest point of the day, of the month. Okay, so we'll be using here the candlestick. Okay, make it a bit smaller. Okay, right, so maybe smaller so we can see all of it there. Now anyway, what if I wanted to find a market that it wasn't here? All I will have to do, I can either do it two ways. I go onto symbols, right click in the market watch area, right click in the market watch area, just right click where there's nothing, because if I right click there, what I'm going to end, I could always I can either get a chart window for that particular currency pair, or I can just go into symbols and then I can see. Okay, right, so let's have a look now. So here we've got the FX majors, those are the major currency pairs. We've got the minors, these are all the minor currency pairs, right? Then we've got the FX exotics, these are the exotics, the spread tends to be very wide in terms of, because these aren't liquid markets. When we say liquid markets, we're talking about traded all the time, like the euro. The euro will always be like liquid, and the euro USD, those are going to be like the majors, because the euro is probably, I think, of over 27% of traded, out of that 5 trillion pounds a day. The euro, the euro USD trades more than 27% of all the currency pairs. That's how much it takes up within the market. Okay, but I don't agree with this FX exotics in terms of the USD Swiss franc, because the USD Swiss franc trades a lot. So I don't really agree with that FX exotic there. But anyway, we get to with spot metal. Yeah, these are the gold and the silver. We have got also other palladium. We've got platinum there. We've got the indices. We've got we've got the DAX. We've got the Dow Jones. We've got the FTSE 100. Right. We've got bonds. You can get the bonds, the bunds, the UST notes. Okay. We've got the Brent crude oil. Yeah. Which is the UK, and we've got the WTI, which is the oil from that one is the American one. We've also got shares. Yeah, you've got Cisco, you've got Caterpillar, you've got Bank of America, you've got Alibaba, you've got Boeing, American Express. You've got lots of shares there. CFDs, contract for difference. You've got these other indices there from Poland. And then you've got a new one here, the cryptocurrency. You've got the Bitcoin. You've got Bitcoin Euro. You've got the Bitcoin USD. You've got the Ether. But all of these, the ones that you see, the Litecoin and the Ripple. If you notice, they're all traded against the US dollar. Okay. And then you've got, these are what we call the index, the stock in, the currency indices, right? So this one basically dictates how the US currency move. If this one is going up in general, then the overall US currency against other currency pair will go up, and the similar thing with the euro. Okay, so that's what we've got there for the different market within the market watch. Okay, now if I want, say for example, I wanted all of the FX miners to show, I'll just click on miner, click on show, and look, it populates all of them, so I don't have to go and do them individually. If I want all of them to close, I will just click on hide. Now what it will do, it will only hide if I've got a chart here open that is open, then it won't hide those, because it won't just hide it because it's already open there. And that's the reason, if you notice, the Aussie and the Euro New Zealand, basically they didn't hide just now. Okay, and let's show you that again. Let's see. If I wanted the FX exotics, right? I click on FX exotics, show, and then all of them will appear there. Okay, and look at this. This side here. Okay, let me just show you something here. If I want to extend this, I can see the this bit here is what we call the spread. Okay, and if you look, that's 80 pip spread, 92 pip spread. Whereas, for example, the US China, you know, the yen, it's basically 6 pips, 6.5 pips, 15 pips. But look at that. The euro, this one is a euro Polish zloty. Basically, looking at 91 pips spread. That's what the broker would get. You understand? So if you were doing a pound a point, the broker would have to get paid £91 to get you into this trade. Okay, this one the broker would only get Euro USD, and the market is closed. Normally this is like one point something, probably the most you'll see on most platform. But the broker, if you're doing £3 a point, the broker would get that spread. Okay, now I think I've told you most of the information here on the different. Okay, the one other thing I haven't showed you here is how you can arrange the windows. So let's close the market watch, and remember we can either close it this way, or we can close it using the X there. Okay, if I click on the arrange window, okay, and then that's it. So, and what you can do now, you can see multiple charts at the same time. It could be the same chart that you're looking at, and you say you want to see what the market is like on the. So if I click here and I want to see that on the monthly, I could click here, I want to see that on the daily. Could click there, I want to see that on the weekly. Yeah, all you've got to do is just click on the different chart you want to see. Yeah, and it works here in terms of your time frame. So you might want to say, look at your trade, say what's happening on the 4 hour, what's happening on the daily, what's happening on the weekly for the same currency pair. Yeah, so that's something that you could look at. You know, so this is all about the MT4. And guys, if you know, I'll be showing how you use these other icons down here and other information as well. So hopefully this has been helpful, and you know, and how you go about, you know, saving your template. You know, well, here where I said this reduces your workload. Now say for example I had created I put some supply and demand zone onto this chart, right? And I did it say on the monthly chart, you know, and I put these zones on. Right, now once I've saved this template, guys, once I've saved this template, right, then I don't have to do this for the next 6 months, because say, you know, I'm doing it in a chart where, you know, and this is not the way I do it, but I'm just showing as just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so yeah, so this is what I've got right now. All I've got to do, I right click on the chart, save template, okay, and I save template as fake. Let me just call it fake at the moment because I don't want to get confused. Fake USD Swiss franc CHF, yeah. Okay, and I call it the fake that now. Save. Right now, all you see, it doesn't matter. Once I basically, if I was to say this one was the USD Swiss franc, so let's open another USD Swiss franc. So if I go there, chart window, all I've got to do now is just go into the fake USD Swiss franc. Where's the fake? Yeah, and then there it is. I've got it there. Yeah. So you'll have it, you know, and you don't have to be going there again drawing these horizontal lines. They're already drawn. Yeah, and and once you put on your lines in the right way, then basically you're looking at you know, it should last you up to 6 months. Okay, guys, I hope you have learned a lot from this video, and ultimately, you know, I would like, guys, for you to press like, you know, on my Facebook, also subscribe to my channel so you'll get all the latest videos and all the stuff that I'm doing. You know, so good luck and happy trading.